What's good, you guys? It's Lifestyle from lifestyledid.com, and in today's video I kind of want to switch it up and I want to break down a beat that I made and kind of show you guys how I made this beat. This beat is very similar style to Go Loko by YG. So earlier today I was trying to make a guitar beat and I couldn't get what I wanted to play correctly. Ended up playing something completely different, and I kind of stuck with it and played basically just 2 chords and moved some of the notes around. And as I was doing that, I was like, wait, this could actually be like one of the Spanish West Coast beats that we hear that is kind of like Go Loko. So I continued to make the beat, thought it came out really dope, and I was like, you know what, let me shoot a video for this and kind of break it down of how I made it. So we're gonna kind of do a tutorial in a different style today. I think it's gonna come out really dope. Let's get into it. All right, so here's the beat. All right, so obviously the first thing that we have to get into and cover is this guitar, right? So it is Omnisphere. I'm going to show you exactly which one I used. So it's just this fingertip acoustic 6-string B, and it is ran into the mixer track, and I have a doubler, some, saturation on it, a little bit of EQ, chorus, and reverb, and this is how I played it. And I was like, oh, that sounds dope. So that's how that came along. After that, I went ahead and put some plucks in. So it's just another guitar pluck. This preset right here. And then I threw a delay on that to kind of give it some space. So those two together ended up coming out really dope, right? All right, and for these beats, obviously the drums are really easy. We have just a standard clap and a hi-hat going. I used a Luger clap and then just a basic hi-hat that everyone has. And I'll show you what I did with the hi-hats. So you'll see throughout this hi-hat pattern, we have accent notes, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and show you what that sounds like. And I threw them a little bit off time. So all I did is Control A and then Alt over, right, to the right. So that's on time. I just went a little bit like that so they're not too much on the grid, and it kind of gives it this different vibe than a strict 2-step hi-hat. So I wanted to go with that instead of a normal 2-step pattern with the straight velocity, because it gives the track a little bit more of a dynamic to it, especially with the hi-hat, and the drums don't feel so static. So velocity plays a big part. Then we have a normal clap going, right? And the next thing we did is just throw in a very easy 808 pattern that really just follows the core notes of the guitar that we're playing. And the rhythm for that, I'll go ahead and show you. Let me solo these. Then we have a triplet right here. Right, and then the last thing we have is this string, and I kind of wanted to add a string in to give it a different taste. And then we had to throw the bed squeak in that's in all of these beats, so I went ahead and did that, and that just sounds like this. Right, and then we just layer that in the background. We're gonna drop out into the verse, and you'll see that I switched the chords up a little bit, not too much because I want it to stay the same, but you'll see that small switch up, and I'm gonna show you what I did, actually sounds really good and lets it transition into that verse. And then we switch back over here, and I'll add a little bass line in, let the 808s cut out. And I believe that's just an Omnisphere bass. Let's go double check. It is, yeah, it's just an Omnisphere. It's actually, that's not even a bass. It's actually a jazz guitar, and I played a really low note, and it came out like this. So it sounds dope. So I cut out from the 808s and I drop into this quick bass line, and I bring the strings back in along with that bed. So the first 4 bars of the verse have a different guitar, and then it goes back to the original, switch again back to the original, and then we go into the hook. I take the guitar out right here, a little bit of the bass line. You see the strings cut out as well, and then I bring in the guitar plucks to kind of give it this transition back into the hook. And I also added this triplet of the 808. And it gives it that nice transition. So really the main part to these beats is getting a nice guitar that actually fits that style. Obviously it needs to sound a certain way, right? We all know that. I think Omnisphere did pretty good for what it needed to do. I don't really know how to play guitar in real life, so I go ahead and do it on my keyboard, find something cool in Omnisphere and kind of mess around with it. Contech has very good guitars too, or if you could get someone to play guitar for you, that would be obviously better, and if they're good at that style, that would be perfect. But this is how I made this beat this morning. I thought it came out really dope and I wanted to share it with you guys. So this will kind of break it down of how I would make this style of a beat that sounds very similar to Go Loko by YG. If you guys did like today's video, leave a thumbs up. You can follow me on all social medias at Lifestyle Did It. Make sure to hit my site lifestyledidit.com for everything else. Other than that, subscribe to your boy, push notifications. Thanks.